Okay, I don't know about you guys, but my For You page on TikTok has been crawling with protein bagel recipes. And for a good reason. I mean, I love bagels just as much as the next person. They're so pillowy and soft, but sometimes we just gotta up our protein intake for the day. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Amanda, aka Fit Food AE, and today we're gonna be making 4 versions of the high protein bagel. I've only been seeing everything bagels, and I feel like we need more varieties just to spice things up. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so this video couldn't be complete without the classic everything bagel. All these bagels, they're very easy to make and they require similar ingredients. So, like the all purpose flour and the baking powder and the spices and the non fat Greek yogurt, obviously. That's what ups the protein content. And none of these bagels require yeast, which is great because I love easy recipes and I don't love taking a lot of time to make the recipes. So, you gotta make sure the dough is nice and thick. Make sure to knead it, and then you're just gonna put a hole in the middle like this. I've seen people rolling it into a rope and then shaping it, but no, we're gonna make it easy. And then another trick here to up the protein content is to use a quarter of a beaten egg. We're gonna make 4 bagels in this video. So that egg will be used up by the end. And I really love this brush thing. And then we're gonna top it with a bunch of everything bagel seasoning. And then we're gonna set that aside, or you can use the bake time on the screen if you just wanna bake that one. And for my next trick, we've got the cinnamon brown sugar bagel. So this is great if you wanna pair it with some sweet cream cheese, that sort of thing. And I use brown monk fruit in this recipe just to keep the calories lower, obviously. The brand I use is Swerve, but you could use Lakanto or anything you have. So with the dough for all these bagels, you can start off by mixing it with a spoon, but then you're gonna have to use your hands at the end because the dough gets kind of crumbly. Also, if the dough isn't a little bit crumbly, that's a bad sign because we want it to be like that. So make sure to follow the exact measurements that I put on the screen and in the description below. So yeah, make sure to knead it with your hands around a bunch just to make the dough easier to work with. You can flour your hands if that's easier. And then we're just gonna put the hole in the middle. So we're just gonna put it on the tray with the other bagel because again, I'm making all 4 bagels at once. Obviously, if you're only making one, you have to reduce the bake time, which I'll put on the screen, but it's fun to kind of make all 4 varieties and you can kind of save them throughout the week. So you're just gonna use this brush thing to brush the egg onto the bagel, super important. And then we're gonna actually put a blend of a little bit of cinnamon and the brown monk fruit on top. Let's make the third one now. This is the jalapeno cheddar cheese bagel. This one is absolutely delicious. So the base is pretty similar here. I mean, these bagels are pretty much all made similarly. And guys, before I got these perfect measurements of the Greek yogurt and the all-purpose flour, I did have to test a couple batches. There are a handful of recipes online which I went off of, but I wanted to make a decent, protein to calorie ratio for you guys while also making it pillowy and nice. So I didn't have any shredded cheddar, so I just tore up a slice of light cheddar cheese and then added some diced jalapenos to make it spicy. If you don't like spicy, then you might not like this bagel, but that's okay because there are 3 others. My hands were getting kind of dirty at this point. Yeah, we're just gonna put the hole in the middle there and then do the same, add the egg wash. This one turned out a little bit bigger actually just because of the fillings. Then I actually decided to top it with a bit of sea salt, which is totally optional. And now we're gonna make the 4th one, which is the garlic Parmesan bagel. I was gonna make 3 and then I decided you know what, this sounds like a good variety. You wanna know another fun fact? So I was originally gonna make a breakfast sandwich video. I was gonna make these protein bagels and make them into breakfast sandwiches, but it just didn't work out. And I had a stressful couple days thinking that I wasn't gonna be able to film on time since I'm going vacation next week, but we just decided to do protein bagels instead, and I'm super excited about it. So we got our dough, very similar to the last bagel. We're gonna knead it with our hands as much as we can, and then we're gonna form it into a bagel ball with a hole, or whatever you call it. All these bagels would taste so good with some light cream cheese, maybe whipping up a blend of cottage cheese and the light Philadelphia. That would be so delicious. So we're just gonna top it with the egg wash here, and then we're almost good to go and put all 4 of them in the oven. So exciting. So for the toppings, we're spreading a bit of the minced garlic as well as some shredded Parmesan on top. And then we're gonna pop all 4 of these in the oven. I would say check after 30 minutes. I had to bake them for 35 total. And now we're just gonna let them cool. Guys, it's super important to let them cool for at least 10 minutes. Otherwise, when you cut into them, they're gonna be doughy. And look at how good these look. Oh my God. So exciting. So these are the macros for the everything bagel. This one is probably my favorite. It's the classic one. So good. And this one was my boyfriend's favorite, the cinnamon sugar one. This one would pair well with like some light cinnamon sugar cream cheese. Let me know if you guys want recipes for that. This one, the jalapeno cheddar bagel, it kind of turned out like a sour cream donut. Let me know if you get that vibe. But it looks so good, and I just wanted to bite into it because it looked like a donut. And then lastly, we got the macros for our garlic parmesan bagel. This one looks kind of similar to the jalapeno one, but it tasted different. Definitely not spicy, and then more garlic parmesan-y. With all 4 of these, I was like, it better not turn out doughy, but no, it turned out so pillowy and soft for this one. These were so good. You can kind of save them and have them throughout the week. If you want to reheat them, just put them in the air fryer for like 3 minutes or so, depending on if you're putting one at a time or putting like all of them in. I don't know if you guys can notice, but the lighting is a bit darker in this, and that's because literally the sun was almost about to set as I was finishing filming these recipes, because of course, like again, as I mentioned before, it didn't really go as planned because originally I wasn't going to do protein bagels. But yeah, basically I was like, okay, we got to get these shots filmed, whatever, but I managed to get them filmed, which is great. Comment below and let me know what your favorite bagel of these is, and let me know if you've tried it and how you like it. I really love hearing when you guys try my recipes and if you like them, even if you didn't like them, and if you have like questions or whatever. Also, I feel like it'd be funny to make a video with my bloopers. Like, I don't have too many recipes where I film it and I mess it up. Fortunately, I'd say like 80% of my recipes, I'm like, okay, I can post that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then I'm gonna link a video here that has some lunch recipes that you should watch next. And please give this video a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, as it really helps the channel, and I post new videos every week. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.